but this just in general shows a lot of flexibility for Lex. So let me do this. I'll also notice you can see it's only level 9, so it's going to cost us a little bit of move damage and a little bit of the buff. Let's see who we can work with here. As I've often said, Seth is the best in the game. Ideally, he's got 2 outs where, as you saw even with losses, we were able to kind of meander our way around with Baylor. So I'm going to face Baylor here. Understand that without the Enzo link, he is a bit slower. So that's something that certainly needs to be considered in terms of how to play Luger. Now, again, no yellows. Unfortunately for us, or rather fortunately for us, he has a black match, so we're not going to disrupt that black match. What we are going to do is we are going to go get this red to start. And let's see here. Very solid move. Again, we don't want to disrupt these black matches, so I'm going to leave that black match right in the middle. We're not going to go the horizontal. We're going to go vertical so that the black matches do not get interrupted. Okay, so we're pretty close to a situation where we know he's going to be changing some reds. But other than that, it shouldn't trigger anything else. I'm not going to use my botch gems to protect myself right now. What I am going to do is I'm going to go get another red match. So here we are, ready to roll. It's a difficult situation because we don't necessarily know to what extent we're going to be able to get that finisher ready. Right now, I mean, you can see we're at 14. He only needs 4. So at the same time, I don't think we really want to trigger a pin. So one way to go about this is if we only need 4, we can make sure that we get our 4 while at the same time not triggering a pin. I think one way to go about that is we're going to do 2 sets of 3 here and try to wipe out the black. Yes, I know I'm leaving some matches on the board. I get that. But at the end of the day here, the name of the game is winning this match, and the way to do that, even with the situation, is going to be to try to get this done this turn, because as it stands, Baylor has another change jam. So here we go. We got the botches, and they should be 1, fairly large, and 2, 14 botch gems at 27 some apiece. I mean, we're going to be looking at Baylor being wiped out because the finisher here will be at level 9. You know, we're looking at or about 40-ish. Remember, it's over 3 and 14 move damage for level 10. But either way, even if he did leave some, he's not kicking out. Anybody who had Arn was happy to see that it made things very difficult. So that's another way to play. You can play a variety of ways. But with the dudes with attitudes, if you want to play with Luger and you don't have Enzo, there you go. So he's released today. He's part of a 3-star bronze contingent with Mr. Perfect, who I've sung the praises of quite a bit. Vader, if you have George the Animal Steel, is fantastic. Even if you don't, with Bray, he's very competitive. And then, obviously, Razor Ramon, I've done a tutorial as well on. So, hopefully this gives you an idea of what to expect. And certainly, if you pull any of those bronze, and obviously, Razor has his value as well. It is a really strong group today. And hopefully I educate